Thank you for joining. Thank you for the like. How are you doing today? Thank you for the like. How are you doing today? Kari, how are you? How are you today, Karen? Stima huku haiko. Oh, so sorry for that. So sorry. Thank you guys for joining. Let's like the live. How are you doing, guys, today? If this is your first time, kindly consider subscribing, guys. I'm going to appreciate, guys. Let's like the live. Let's like the live as well as we subscribe, and I'm going to appreciate with a lot of love. Karen, hakuna stima. Oh, Amal, hi. Are you gay? No, I'm not. Karen, I'm good. Kwanzia asubuhi. Wow. Hi, good people. Do I look like one, Amal? Do I look like one? Let's like, share, and subscribe. and subscribe. Thank you guys. If this is your first time guys, let's like the live, and I'm going to appreciate. Karen, I'm laughing too. You know, my good friend Mohammed is saying otherwise. Mohammed, I'm straight. I'm a straight guy. Otherwise, guys, yeah, of course. Karen, just tell him. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. There we go. Have you ever guys experienced simple love? This is genuine and complicated and fiction. Genuine. And a deep sense of love. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining. Let's also contribute to our today's topic. Very, very simple. In fact, it's very, very simple. Since we are talking about simple love, simple love. Is it sustainable, guys? Let me know if you have ever realized what we are calling simple love. It might not be from maybe your lover, maybe from your, just it might be a family love, love from the family. It might be friendship love, that love that is uncomplicated, you know, yeah, that love that is uncomplicated. That's the kind of love that you are calling simple life. Is it sustainable, guys? Let me know. Let me know if you believe. Let me know your view on the entire concept of simple love. This is a kind of love. Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting. This is a kind of love that is genuine. This is kind of love that is uncomplicated and carries what we call a deep sense of, you know. Karen is saying nowadays it's very hard to get simple love. Yeah. Karen is saying nowadays is very. Karen, why do you believe nowadays is very hard to get simple love? But Karen, I can agree with you because nowadays, people have really focused on complicating everything. People are really complicating everything. Like you see, when you talk about simple love, it basically uh, because these days people, yeah, very true, Colin, very true. Nowadays people are money minded, money minded. I agree with the notion of being money minded. Simple love fades away. Simple love fades away. Uh, Also, Colin, to add on your point, I have also seen that nowadays, even your own friends, even your own family members, people are becoming very complicated, you know. So, and in the process of becoming very complicated, you cannot know when they are talking the truth. You cannot know whether what they are maybe involving you in is genuine or ungenuine. And in the process, simple love just fades away. As you think someone loves you, could be ako hapo juu kuna benefits. Very true. Yeah, nowadays it's all about benefits. We also have that kind of a concept. Yeah, friends with benefits, you know. Even maybe if you are married, or yeah, even if you are married, you must, you know, you must be there if there is benefit. If there are no benefits, then you just move away from that marriage. See? Yeah, very true, Colin. Very true. The moment you disconnect, the source of benefit, all that friendship is gone. You know, all that friendship is gone. I saw someone who has died because of it. Oh, I saw somewhere that no one has never died because of being single. Very true, Colin. Even when you don't have what we can call the confidant or your true friends, you can never die because of that. Very true. Thank you guys for joining. You can contribute to our today's topic. Very simple. Have you ever experienced simple love? And when we talk about simple love, we are really talking about that genuine love, that love where it's uncomplicated, and the one that really project on what we are called on deep sense of love. You know, very caring, very true, without no hidden agenda. Have you ever experienced that type of a love? So guys, you can contribute to that, and besides that, you can also like the live. You can also share it with others, and I'm going to appreciate, guys. And if this is the first time, kindly consider subscribing as we keep the conversation going. Karen, but a lot of people have died because they are in toxic relationship, because society thinks divorce is a bad thing. Very true, Karen. Very true. And we have what we call, for instance, our African society. In our African society, we really used to have this kind of a perception that maybe when a lady, she's married, and maybe she is having some differences with the husband, and that marriage becomes unsustainable, then at the end of the day, the lady is the one who is blamed. You know, the lady is always told, you know what, uh, you cannot sustain, you are not even able to sustain your marriage. Then here you are just making some trouble, about that type of information. But deep down the line, you know, people don't, people, or even your parents or even your friends, they do not really want to understand the other type of your story, the other side of the story. You know, we live in a very complicated society, where most of the times we tend to act, we tend to act with the information that we are given. And when we talk about the entire concept of love, we really want to lean on the side where we have the information. So we really want to hate the other side because we have never heard or we have never gotten some information from the other side. So as Karen is saying, we are having a lot of misjudgment, from the friends, from everyone around us, especially maybe even institutions such as marriage that is very, very highly valued within the African context most of the time when it fails. I saw a lady also posted that a loving mom should not leave their kid behind. So I was like, can the dad take the responsibility? Okay, that one has always been a very, very critical issue because it's a very, very critical issue, Karen, and it's such a very, very good thing to think about. You know, uh, I don't want really to comment on that, but as per our law, because we have our law of the land, uh, women are always given preference to take care of their kids, you know, because in our societies, like in our Kenyan society or in our African society, men are perceived to be so busy in such a way that if you compare them with women in terms of taking care of the kids, especially when they are under the age of minority, when they are under the age of minority, that is 18 years and below, then even the law does not feel safe, the law does not give the benefit of doubt of that man taking care of those kids until they are 18 years old. But the dad beats the mom and the mom decides to leave. Yeah, I agree, Karen. You know, within that kind of a setting, you know, and I think there is also what we call the emotional attachment. There is that essence of emotional attachment. You always find that mothers have what we call the maternal instinct, and it's very, very strong. You cannot compare the maternal. Okay, we have some fathers that also have in between the mother and the child, because at the end of the day, I have listened to so many people maybe having some differences in their marriage, but na hawezi beba watoto hata ajui atapeleka wapi, but you always hear mothers saying, you know what, I rather go and die with my kids, but and yeah, I would rather go and die with my kids rather than leaving them behind, because at the end of the day, what you have been doing to me, I'm very sure maybe you'll be doing back onto them. You see now that kind of a back and forth thing, yeah. And the mother are so, they have this strong maternal instinct in such a way that one thing that any mother would never want to hear is their kid suffering, maybe from that kind of a toxic man that used to beat them. They cannot even be able to imagine how those kids are going to survive without the motherly love. On very few cases that I have ever had or experienced, I have never heard of on very rare cases, have I ever heard that kids were left behind and they are being taken care of by the husband. Na hawezi beba watoto na ajui atapeleka wapi. Okay, Karen, I agree on that aspect, but based on the motherly love, in our African context, I think mothers always have that kind of a perception. The same way you have been mistreating me, is the same way that you might even mistreat my kids with that, yeah, in my absentia. You see now where the point is. Yeah. So I agree, but on the other hand, we have what we call irresponsible mothers. So, Karen, this one we should look at from two points of view, because on the other hand, we have what we call some irresponsible mothers. You might be beaten because maybe you used to drink. You see, so your husband reached at a certain point whereby now he thought maybe what you are trying to do was not right, and there are those guys that really, yes, okay, there are those guys who always believe that maybe they have to beat maybe their kid or their women as a way of ensuring that they follow their instructions. You see, we also have what we call irresponsible women, or also irresponsible mothers, uh, and I think that's a kind of an exception that is always given by the court, especially maybe when you are having something like divorce, because it all depends with the level of responsibility. If you are too irresponsible, then the chances of you being given the chance maybe to take care of those kids, they are very, very low. you know Unlike this other guy who seems to be very, very responsible. you know yeah. So yeah, I agree. Mothers always have that kind of a dilemma: where am I going to take maybe these four kids? I came single, but now I'm going back with a very, very huge luggage, of kids, four kids or five kids, and I don't know now where I'm going to start in life. So I think it all depends with the perspective. Yeah, perspective is always at play, especially when we talk about the issue of maybe divorce. Mr. Proman, long time no see. How are you doing? I'm always here. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Thank you so much, Mr. Proman, for voting. How are you doing today? Wow, amazing to see you, Mr. Proman. I'm fine. I'm doing fantastic fine. Wow, that's so amazing. If you're fine, I'm also good. I really, really thank and appreciate God for that. You know, Guys, it's always very, very nice to always acknowledge, when you are alive. You know, I don't know like what has really happened during this year. A lot of people have really, really died, and yeah. But for us, we are lucky we are here. Long time no see. This is another one. Bone Hase. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, long time, long time. Mr. Proman, at least Mr. Proman, I think I saw, I can remember he joined sometimes last week. Yeah. But Bone Hase die. Oh, this is long time. I must acknowledge that it has been such a long time. How are you doing? On my side, I'm fine. On my side, I'm very, very fine. On my side, I'm very, very fine. So, guys, genuine love is something that really used to be there, but nowadays, as Karen said, genuine love is really, really breaking down. Because each and every time we are living very, very complicated. Yeah, very, very. Oh, Hasi, I can see even I have followed you. Can see even I have followed you, but yeah, I think it has been such a long time. Yeah, it has been such a long, long time. How is Sweden? Hasi, how is Sweden? How is Sweden? Here in Africa it's just raining. I don't know if guys where you are it's raining. Here on our side it has been raining. Yeah, it has been such amazing to see you guys. It's always amazing to see you guys each and every time. Another thing that we should understand, especially when we talk about genuine love, this is a kind of love whereby it's stable love, transparent and provide a solid foundation even when things are difficult. You know, yeah. This is a form of love whereby even when there are some difficulties, there is that kind of a solid foundation. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you are just there. You are wholly there, with ups and downs, and this is now where you really understand if the people around you really shares what we call genuine love or what we call the simple love. You know, because even in times when things are difficult, those people that always have simple love for you, they will always sicknesses, financial crisis, and for financial crisis, uh, or maybe any other crisis that must just emerge, in the process of us living. And so for ladies or for girls, and I'm not judging, I have always seen that, when money is not there, there is that element of, simple love tending to fade away. That's especially in the African context. I don't know, in the African context, you always find that when money is inadequate, and initially maybe probably when you guys met, you used to have uh, maybe an essence of a good cash flow, you could afford whatever you guys really needed. But now when the entire arithmetic, you know start changing, you just find that for those that didn't really uh, exercised on the genuine love, or what we call the simple love, they always tend to leave you behind. You struggle with your own problems. That's the African way, and I think so many young men nowadays, especially those that are one of the key answers that you always hear from them is that our ladies in this century, they are really egoistic in terms of they are so money minded. See, and therefore now our society is founded on that element of money, money being at the center of everything. When things starts now falling, or when things now start not being so nice, at the end of the day, you know, one person will leave another one, and that will be the end of the entire thing. So money, I think it is one of the key contributors of how you can be able to gauge what you are calling the simple love. The other aspect is all about the issues of diseases. You know, there are those people that are always there, you know, and maybe when they have some needs, you always start with them, you know. But wait until, we always say, if you really want to know your true friend, wait until maybe you have landed into some complex issues. And the best and one of the key issues that you can fall into. Really love it, especially when you guys were enjoying life. When you guys you are having a lot of parties, that's where now that kind of a friendship is always there, but you'll never understand their true love until maybe you learn into some of these key issues. So you always find that the simple love will always become very, very unstable, especially when maybe you guys you learn into some difficulties. Peace. This is where you always find that if you are maybe allowed some people that really exercise what we call simple love, you know, and also if on your side you are also exercising true love, you're always going to create an environment where maybe you are going to create a comfortable and a peaceful environment, maybe for the other person, be it your partner, be it your friend, be it your family member. You always create that kind of an enabling environment. This is where even when you are allowed them, they always feel secured. Yeah, because they can feel that you are authentic, they can feel that you are true, and without fear. uh, okay, see you. And without fear, they always find that you really really exercised love at all levels, at your level best. So that's the first essence of simple love. This is where comfortability and peace, it will always prevail. You know. However, the opposite also happens. There are some people whom you can sit aloud or you can be allowed, and then you just feel that you are not comfortable, and even your mind is not even stable, especially when you talk about peace. The other aspect is the aspect of action and commitment. This is where you are committed because you are really, really exercising what we call the simple love. Uh, it's not, this is where it's more about, taking care of the other person through, and that one can be shown over time. We have what we call the consistency. The consistency of your thoughts, of your words, and even of your action. That's another simple way of showcasing that you are really exercising what we call the simple love. So simple love comes along, especially when we have our consistency in terms of what we think about others, what the word that the word that we project about them, and the actions that we can take as a way of ensuring that they belong to where they are supposed to be. The other aspect is all about being uncomplicated. You know, this is where you just want to be genuine. You just want to be very, very clear. You just want to be very, very transparent, and you really want to provide what we call the sense of stability. And in the process, you reduce any kind of confusion. You know, there are some people whom you can be, there are some people that can be your friends or even your family members, but they are so complicated. Even what they do, what they say, how they live is just a complicated life. And so each and every time they keep on confusing you. You cannot know when they are talking the truth. You cannot also know when maybe they are having issues, because each and every time, even when you are talking, they always tend to make fun of it. They always want to make fun of each and everything. That's now the worst thing about them. They are so fanatical. They are very fanatical in such a way that even when they are genuine, they really want to do something. You just see it as if they are just joking, you know. So that's a very, very kind of a very complicated nature. And when love becomes uncomplicated, when it becomes complicated, then it is no longer simple love, but rather a very complicated form of love. So for it to be simple, it must be uncomplicated. We must be clear, we must be transparent, as well as we should be able to provide sense of stability to others. The other good thing that I have always realized, especially when we talk about simple love, is the essence of it focusing on the well-being. You know, this is where you just want to wait. Yeah, you just want the best of others, and you are happy. You are always happy. Supporting their growth. That one is very, very important. However, the kind of lives that nowadays we are living, you know, we don't really want to support those around us because probably we feel that when we support them, they are going maybe probably to be above us on what we call their own issues. They are so ego in such a way that it's not all about others first, but it's all about them first. So in the process, they don't focus on the well-being of others, but rather on their well-being. And this one really does not really project on the element of growth and happiness, but rather uh, really project on what we may call the essence of the essence of ego, which is a key thing that can never demonstrate simple love. Patience and kindness is another attribute that is always linked with what we are calling the simple love. This is where you embody qualities such as patience, kindness, and lack of envy or even being arrogant. You know, there are some people that are so kind in such a way that you just feel that they are very, very genuine, especially in what they are doing. But there are others that are very, very arrogant, you know, they are very envious, and they don't understand the element of kindness as well as patience. So in that kind of a context, that one is not now what you are saying to be uh, different in terms of being simple or simplistic kind of love. So one key thing that we should know, or one thing that we should understand is that when we really focus on simple love, it should be able to offer what we call it should be healthy. You know, this is where it's never complicated. This is where it's never toxic. This is where it can never be described as a form of a dramatic love, that is filled with jealousy and maybe that is involved with violations. No, it's very simple in such a way that we don't have element of toxicity. We don't have element of love being dramatic, and instead of it being jealousy, we really want the progress of each and everyone for the achievement of their own goals. Also, it must be stable rather than being volatile. That one is also very, very important. Simple love must also be very, very stable rather than being volatile. You know, This is where Simple Love should be able to provide what we call support, for the best of the others. You see, not that kind of love whereby you just feel that there is a lot of volatility. You can never know when that person is going to change. They change like weed. Today they are laughing with you, tomorrow they are not even laughing with you. That's the kind of volatility that we really want. That's the kind of volatility that can never form what we call simple love. And finally, guys, when we talk about simple love, it's all about love that is based on clarity. You know, this is where this form of love really want to clear on issues. You know, we really want to deal with individuals that are reliable, uh, that are clear, individuals that are simple, and individuals that do not really create what we call the mind bags, or those individuals that do not really leave us, hanging each and every time, or maybe even questioning on their acts. So simple love is very, very important, and there is need for us to keep on, exercising it. For us, to ensure that our society operates in a better dimension, and in ensuring that our society is really operating in ways that we can say that we are progressing and we are moving in the right direction. So guys, that's all that I had today. It was all about us, projecting on simplistic life and simplistic love as a way of ensuring that everything is very, very moving forward in a very simple way. So our questions were very simple. Have you ever experienced simple love? This is love that is genuine and complicated, and that one that is deep. And 100% are saying yes, and 0% are saying no. Our topic was also very, very simple. A simple love sustainable. A simple love sustainable, and a sustainability can be attained through several ways that I'm going to to tackle in a very, very faster way. The only way, after understanding the key characteristics linked with this simple love, there is need for us to understand on how to sustain simple life. And the first way that you should do that is all about having what we call clear and honest communication. This is where individuals or even partners should be able to be open, not concealing any form of information, and in that process, it's going to ensure that that simple life is well, attained. You know. There is also need for us to ensure that if we really want to have, and to propel what we are calling simple love, there is always need for us to let it go of unnecessary expectations, instead of maybe clinging maybe to rigid ideas, but we should always focus on ensuring that we propel and we accept, as well as appreciate each other for who we are. you know we don't want to live in a situation whereby people are not even having faith in what we are doing, but we really want to show them that everything can be possible, and we can just keep on appreciating them, when they do when maybe they achieve something, we appreciate them. When maybe they do, when maybe they long us, or when they do long unto us, we can even be able to accept the apology, and then we move on in life, so letting go of unnecessary expectations is very, very key, especially in this modern society. Then there is need for us to be present, to focus on presence over perfection. you know we really want to be present, but we don't really want to be polished. We don't want to be perfect, in any form of relationship, as a way of ensuring that we really prioritize on others rather than prioritizing on maybe perfecting what we cannot even be able to attain. That one is very, very simple, because I have seen some people really, really tending to be perfectionists. They really want things to be done in this manner. They really maybe expected their friends maybe to act in this way, and in the process, if they don't realize that maybe they are exercising perfectionist rather than maybe their presence, then at the end of the day, every now we lose the entire theme about simple life. So simplistic life really calls for our presence rather than us being perfectionist. So there is need for us to really focus on being, uh, you know, for us to focus on being small, meaningful, and being interactive. Because what we really want to do, we really want to keep on forming what we may call the love connections. Each and every time, we really want to keep on forming those kind of connections and interactions, and in the process we build what we may call a sustainable kind of a plan, or kind of a love that is founded on what we said, on strong grounds. The other aspect for us to be simple, is for us to have what we call the emotional intimacy. Intimacy is very, very is very, very critical, especially when we really want to exercise simplistic life. This is where we really want to show, or to approach the entire theme, from a simplistic approach, to create a space for deeper connections, emotional connections. And in the process of doing that, we are even able to protect even our partners from any kind of vulnerabilities. So, us creating that sense of emotional intimacy also removes any chances for us to remove any kind of drama, as well as what we call the emotional clutters. Finally, also, not finally, but also, there is need for us to find joy in simple things. There are those people that do not always have joy. You know, yeah. But for us to be simplistic, for us to realize what we are calling the simple life or love, there is need for us to even find joys in something, in very, very minute things, or in very small things. Because sustainable love is always shown through consistency, everyday act of care, and not just having maybe a big achievement. For every achievement, how simple it will be, there will be also need for us to always find joy, and to always appreciate the position that we are in, for us to keep on growing. There are those people that are always, preoccupied in their mentality, that they cannot even be able to, you know, uh, to be able to celebrate even their small wins, and in the process they made the entire of how we should show our simplicity when it comes to the issue of love. How can simple love be unsustainable, especially when we make what we call the mistake of permanent state? This is where maybe we want to lash into things, and in the process we find that we have messed up everything. The lack of self-awareness, yeah, the lack of self-awareness and our inability maybe to address some of the inner issues also creates a very bad foundation for simplistic life, because for any love to be sustainable, be it how simple it is, it really requires good relationship between us and even those people that we are really caring for. So that one is very, very important. There is need for us to be always to always keep on addressing simple issues despite how small they are. We also need to be, we also need to prioritize. If we keep on prioritizing on what we call the perpetual, what we call the perpetual taker, if we are more of perpetual taker, uh, we always find that our simplistic life is not going to be attained because we are more maybe having what we may call the mutual circle of giving and take, you know. So if we prioritize on being perpetual takers in such a way that you give and take, then simplistic life will be history unto us. There is need for us to ensure, regardless if we are given or we are not given, we are always there and we will always stand with those that we feel uh, and for those that we feel that we should be able to do that for them. Then we should also avoid avoiding working through inevitable conflicts is also a sure way that we can never be able to attain what we are calling the simplistic life. Why? Because for any love to be sustainable, despite how small it is, it's not all about avoiding issues. You know, it's not all about not addressing issues, even if you can see them. But it's all about addressing issues, coming up with maybe solutions, and if you are able to form what we call the permanent solutions, then the better. And in the process, now we are able to learn on how to address those issues in a constructive manner. However, most of the times we tend to evade, and to avoid those issues. And in the process of avoiding the issues, then what really happens is that everything really, that simplistic life keep on fading away, because the more the issues are piling up, the more now we have the inability of addressing some of the key differences, that can really tarnish and that can really kill what we are calling the simplistic life. So there is need for us to keep on working on issues and accepting that conflict in any form of relationship or in any form of simplistic life, they can exist, they can coexist, but the best way to approach them is on ensuring that we keep on forming, on generating ideas on how maybe we can be able to form or to address those issues that keep on recurring. Then also failing to grow and to adapt is also a sure way that really kills what we call the simplistic life. For us to keep our love exciting and for us to keep on to keep it to be genuine, and dramatic, to just to keep it simple, we must grow as individuals. We don't really want to be where we were when maybe we met our friends. We want with time to grow, and in the process, we are also even to grow our relationships. Yeah. And in the process of ensuring that we grow our relationships, then it really becomes a very simple way of ensuring and adapting to simplistic life. So if we really want to ensure that our simplistic life is realized, then for us, we must be very dynamic. You know, if it's learning, we must keep on learning, we must keep on understanding on how we can be able to generate some of the key problems that are really experienced, rather than just failing to grow and to appreciating that we need to keep changing with time. you know so we must be able to embrace what we call the dynamic process, of we must also be able to adjust because this one is all about life. Issues come. How are we going to handle ABCD issues? Are we in a better position maybe of trying maybe this alternative and that, you know? And in the process of adapting to dynamic process, then it really becomes easier for us to generate a lot of, a lot of solutions for our simplistic life. Corinne, how are you doing today? Bonjour, how are you doing today? Corinne, I'm fine. What about you? How is Italy? How is Italy? So simplistic life comes as a result of ensuring that you know that we become dynamic, and we always ensuring that we are able to change with time. Yeah, we are able to change with time. How are you, Visible? How are you doing today? Thank you so much, guys. Follow Visible 406. Yeah, follow this guy. Check out on his channel. And guys, I'm going to appreciate. Thank you so much for joining. It's always a very good thing for you to keep on joining. Corinne, how are you doing today, Corinne? How is Italy? How is Italy, Corinne? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Doing great. Wow, that's so good. At Corinne, two croix de new. So guys, the entire concept of exercising what you are calling simplistic life is to ensure that we are able to project that kind of a simple life, that where guys we dwell more on presence over perfectionist. And there is also need, guys, for us to keep on ensuring that we find joy. We find joy in anything simple that we are doing. Yeah. Not waiting for us to find joy, especially when things stands better, or when maybe we are expectation, when we are expected, when we are expecting maybe for bigger results. No, we should. Do you believe in God? Corinne, yes, I do. God is always great. Yeah, of course, guys. Each and every time there is need for us to keep on enjoying anything, despite how small it is, and in the process, this one always keeps us going. So, genuine love in totality is that, or what we call a simplistic life, is that you have mutual respect for the other person, and there is what we call the deep sense of love. That's the best kind of love, or that's the kind of love that you should be able to feel. That's the kind of love that, guys, we should be able to feel each and every day. Thank you, thank you, Corinne. Also, have a great night. Have a great night full of blessings. Have a great night, everyone, full of blessings. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for voting. Have you ever experienced, simple love that is genuine and complicated, as well as the one that focuses on deep sense of love? 75% are saying yes, and 25% is saying no. You know, but guys, at least now we have a rich understanding on how we should be able to exercise what we are calling simplistic life. Simplistic life, simple love, as a way of ensuring that we keep on making our life exciting each and every day. Each and every day, which is such a very important thing, guys. So love, we should make it as simple as possible. Yeah, we should make it as simple as possible, and the moment we do that, we are able now to experience the full benefit, of love, maybe from your partner, maybe from your friends, maybe from your family, and in the process you just feel that you are energized, you have the purpose to live, and you always find that you have something that keeps on propelling you each and every day to keep on moving on. So as I conclude, we had very, very simple topic today, very simple topic, really talking on simplistic life. And do you know simplistic life? Are saying yes. There we go. Those were the results for today. Let's meet tomorrow, guys. Let's keep on exercising simple love, and always, guys, let's keep on ensuring that that simple love is attainable and it's sustainable each and every day. So as always, guys, let's meet tomorrow, same place, same time, and may God always bless you guys with a lot of love. Until tomorrow, have a great night, guys.